They can't just kill Midna like that. I need a drink. Only having one thing that can kill you sounds really cool. That being said, taking a sword to the chest still doesn't exactly sound fun. So then we have this dude. He has one weakness, a knife and a twink with a triangle. All throughout the Zelda series, Ganondorf and Link are the embodiments of power and courage respectively, with each of them having their own piece of the Triforce representing said trait.
Mine says I'm wasted.
Within these adventures, only the chosen hero with the Triforce of Courage and the Blade of Evil's Bane can defeat and seal away the evil at the hand of the Triforce of Power. They make this abundantly clear when Ganon is shown surviving being impaled by the sages, and when the hero Shade outright states that a sword wields no strength unless the hand that holds it has courage.
Patience is a virtue. That. I've got courage.
No, you don't. You're just strong.
While this is all really neat lore and world building, it can also be seen as symbolism, well, because that's exactly what it is. Link embodies courage and Ganondorf unchecked power. These character traits continually build the theme of bravery and heroism, overcoming all odds to take down the crooked force looming over the world as the story progresses. And we're not talking sewing looms either. While scarves can be deadly, we're talking mass genocide. So the ending of Twilight Princess makes perfect sense then. Link stabs Ganondorf with the Master Sword, and he dies after a touching monologue. Choking on blood and cursing people just gets me, you know? While this works well given the context of the story, I want to know, how does this hurt Ganondorf? As well as this, and this, and this, but not this. Like, not even a scratch, come on! Sure, it's made clear that Midna can't kill Ganondorf, but how does he escape her giant arachnid wrath entirely unscathed?
Oh, damn! Don't worry, guys. I've got this. I can only be scratched by copies of Endless Ocean for the Wii. This beer's not gonna do shit.
So you're trying to tell me that the game that screams how important courage is leaves it unrewarded at the climax of the game?
That does not make sense.
When Midna equips the fused shadow to take on Ganon, first of all, chills, but geez, the beach ball-sized onions that has to take. Again, we know she can't kill the evil king, but it's really courageous nonetheless. And my problem here isn't that she's defeated, it's that she's seemingly defeated quickly and with relative ease. All we're shown here is Midna rearing back to attack, then lightning, an exploding castle, followed by Ganondorf emerging on horseback without as much as a friggin' scratch. I mean, the message of the scene holds true that Ganondorf is the most powerful being out there who can only be killed by the one combo mentioned earlier, and it builds him up as an unstoppable force really well. This scene gives players another reason to want to stop him, as he just took out our companion, who at this point is the most beloved character in the franchise. But my gripe still lies in the fact that Midna did this to Zant with just a fraction of her power. I mean, she popped Homeboy like a balloon, so how come she couldn't even hurt Ganon, who was shown to be slightly more than tickled by the sages? It's abundantly clear that she wouldn't have done any serious damages to him, but he still looked like he was in a little bit of pain when he took the trusty prison shank to the chest. And no offense to the sages, but I'd rather take a hit from their glowy toothpick than the giant Twilight Spear. I mean, this thing looks really sharp. I definitely wouldn't want to lick that. The only theory that I could come up with that makes any sense as to what happened in the castle is that Midna actually did dice him up pretty good before her defeat, and she eliminated his weird gaseous state somehow and returned him to his human form. But why wouldn't they just show it? Because of the fact that all we get is an explosion, the message I get from this scene is that courage is important, but it's pretty dumb most of the time, which blatantly contradicts what they try to convey across the story and several other entries in the series. If we could have gotten one more scene inside the castle of their heavyweight bout, I could have been made contempt if it were handled well, but we didn't, so it really irks me.
You mean courage doesn't always work? And why have I been drinking? I'm gonna throw up.
This scene just before the ending of the game isn't the only point in which courage goes unrewarded either. If we look back at one of the most epic Zelda moments ever, we can see Colin in Kakariko Village rushing to the best of his ability to weakly nudge Beth out of King Bulblin's way, resulting in his capture. Colin is arguably more brave in this scene than Midna was taking on Ganon, because at least she may have thought she could have succeeded, but Colin, I mean, come on little man, did you not expect to end up being flown like a war flag? After Link saves him and we get this scene, which is just too cool, Colin states that he was just trying to be brave, like Link. That is not a good portrayal of your message! If you want to show your audience that courage is important, then don't make it seem so stupid!
I don't care. I don't care how drunk I am. I'm brave, damn it. Hey, how's it going? Aww.
Colin is really just a weak little kid overcoming his fears and being brave for what's likely the first time in his life. While it makes courage seem foolish, that's at least a nice little character arc that hits home really well. Midna's display, on the other hand, still gives me loads of issues. As I'd said earlier, I'm gonna keep repeating this until it makes sense. She could not have defeated Ganon, but she could have at least hurt him. More importantly, how did Ganon kill her? Does he have some otherworldly magic power that we're not shown at all? Jeez, I just really need to know what happened in this castle. Why didn't he just use whatever crazy magic trick he used to wipe out Midna on Link? The Ordonian doesn't have any crazy anti-death magic, as evident by all the game overs I got in hero mode. I mean, this is essentially like saying that I could only be killed by a stab wound caused by a pocket knife, and then a bear approaches me. While I have a lot of confidence and I think I'm a lot bigger than I am, I'll humbly admit, I don't think I could easily take care of a bear. In this hypothetical scenario, I may be able to kill the bear since it's incapable of killing me, but odds are it would probably at least take a little while, right? It would probably rough me up a little bit. I'd be hacking up a good amount of blood. Nope, I'm strong enough to handle the bear with ease. Then my 2-year-old cousin is in the other room with a pocket knife, and somehow I'm incapable of giving him a measly wet willy and he overpowers me. The man who just killed a bear with ease is killed by a 2-year-old with a knife. Why? Because destiny. That's why. It doesn't make sense. None of it. It's absolutely crazy, and I hate it.
Maybe I'm just sad.
So while the writers portray courage through clear symbolism and recurring tropes incredibly well, they act shockingly counterintuitively, having two of the most courageous acts in the game go not only unrewarded, but ending up devastatingly poor for those displaying bravery. Then you have some kid overpower the man who's handedly killed a giant Twilight arachnid monster, take him out because his courage is real and made of destiny or whatever. Writers can't just pick and choose where to reward courage like this. It discredits the whole theme that they've established, and it bothers me despite building lesser themes of overcoming fear and self-sacrifice wonderfully. If they could have just shown a cool fight scene in the castle, I could have possibly been appeased, but they didn't, so it just doesn't work!
Oh, this hangover is the worst. Oh well. I may as well watch the Twilight Princess end credits.
Midna's not dead? I take it all back! This ending is perfect!